So I think I finally found the coolest model home of the year right here in the heart of McKinney, Texas. We've got a brand new grand home sitting around 4,000 square feet, 5 bed, 5 bath, everything you could possibly imagine. You've got a hidden chef's kitchen. So not only can you cook in your gorgeous kitchen in this home, but you've got a little hidden chef's kitchen, as well as a standalone modern fireplace in your master retreat. So many incredible details in this house and things I have never seen before. In this community is Providence Cove in McKinney, Texas, with some of the lowest taxes I've ever heard of in McKinney at 1.76%. So if you know anything about Dallas, usually our tax rate's sitting around the 2+% mark. So you got 1.76% tax rate, amazing community. We got rolling hills out here, so it's not all flat, cookie cutter like you see in most of the neighborhoods. And you're smack dab in the middle of two beautiful golf courses, Stonebridge Ranch Golf Course, as well as the Craig Ranch Golf Course, where the PGA event, the Byron Nelson, is held every year. So an amazing location, easy access to 121, all the major, roadways, restaurants, dining, everything that is coming this way. But incredible location is going to blow you away. But this house is really going to blow you away. So let's go ahead and check it out. So today we're going to be checking out the Grand Prestige floor plan. This plan starts around 3,900 square feet and goes up to around 4,100 square feet, up to a 5-bed, 5-bath, game room, media, study. And this right here is going to be a actual bedroom that this floor plan actually comes with, but you can leave this wide open. But this is the model home, so they'll have a lot of different changes. This is going to be where garage space is, but right now it's the sales rep's office. We got Colby right over here. Hopefully we'll get to work with you here very shortly. But right over to the right side, we've got an open living area. They've turned into a little office space right here. But you're gonna have lots of options of what you could do with this space. You can close this in. But as you can see, it is surrounded by floor to ceiling windows, extremely tall ceilings. And then that entryway door is absolutely incredible with the wrought iron doors. Gives you that really nice custom look. This is a semi-custom home builder, so you're gonna be able to do a lot more changes with this home than you could with a lot of other builders out there. Like little details that you see in this home, you're not gonna see anywhere else. But this is an insane model home, but they always show out with their model homes and do a really, really good job. So this is gonna be your first full bath, because you got your full bedroom right next to us. That was a wide open space right now. And then this is gonna be considered your media room, but you can do or use it however you would like. But look how cool these wrought iron sliding glass doors. This entire room is surrounded by glass, something you'd see in a multi-million-dollar home without that multi-million-dollar price. So nice, light and bright in here. Got some crazy wallpaper, but it looks really good, ties in together. You got a nice little bench seat over in the corner over there, little bump out, but an awesome, awesome room. You can close this in. And this is going to be one of the options that you could do with this space. If you wanted to sheetrock it, make it all dark, that's also an option as well. And then you've got your winding staircase. The Grand is known for the beautiful staircases that really stand out. Those 20-foot ceilings, beams up top. It's just going to give you that wow factor when you walk into a house. There's a lot of wow factor options in this home. So you've got this nice little bar area over here with additional storage. You got a wine fridge right there. Notice you've got the LED underlighting as well, which is a really cool touch. And then this is where it really opens up. So it is a dark, cloudy day outside, but still really bright in here with all the incredible windows in this space. But you've got all the personal detail and touches you see all over this home. Custom lighting, beam up top, and about 20 foot of windows over there. Really, really cool. And then it opens up into your kitchen area. So beautiful kitchen space, wide open. You've got the LED underlighting once again, double oven. You got the waterfall island right there, beautiful touch. And then you'll notice that the entire back wall back here is covered in tile. So really cool detail that you can do with your home. Oversized vent hood, And then I know not everybody's going to be a fan of the glass inserts, but this is a model home. For me personally, it's definitely not going to work because I like to use it as storage. Keeping it nice and clean is going to be really hard. But this is one of the coolest features of this home. And this is your chef's kitchen / pantry right here. So you've got your massive range right here, oversized vent hood. So if you don't want to use the actual one in your kitchen area, you can use this, make your mess in here, and you don't have to worry about making a mess and keeping it all clean outside. So this is a really cool little touch as well. You can have a little bar top right here, and then it's right into the main entryway right across from your little bar area over there. So this is a really cool touch. We've got cabinetry and storage throughout this entire room. Additional window over in the corner, the sink, the underlighting, floating shelves with the puck lights, and they've carried the quartz countertops all the way to the back. It gives it that nice clean look. And I believe this is going to be a pocket door. Yes. So you got a nice little pocket door for separation without taking up any space. But that is definitely one of the coolest features of this home. And there's a lot more to come. So you got an oversized sink. This is your view from your sink area. Insane. If you're into tall ceilings, you like luxury homes, this is about as good as it gets in this price point. So right over here is going to be your main dining space. You'll notice we've got huge windows throughout this entire space. I'm talking, I say big windows a lot, but this entire wall over here is one massive window. And notice you've got the additional seating area and bump out all the way around. And then three more big windows right there. And then this entire wall is floor to ceiling windows as well. Let's go ahead and check outside real quick. So now we're in the back patio space. You've got a vaulted covered patio with those really tall ceilings. Once again, that doorway over there is going to enter into your master retreat that we're going to go check out here in a little bit. They've carried the patio space out quite a ways. They've got the really nice wood look tile as well. If you wanted to extend the covered patio, you could definitely do that. Sometimes I recommend doing that after the fact, save you some money, a little more customization. And this is going to be on their 60-foot lot, so they're going to have multiple different lot sizes. They're all going to be 50 and 60 foot wide by about 120 or so deep, but there are going to be some oversized lots and some lots like this where you just got beautiful trees everywhere. So it's an absolutely beautiful backyard, not a ton of maintenance, but if you need a larger lot, we can definitely find you one. But check out the elevation of the back of this house. I mean, it's definitely beautiful and it definitely stands out. But real quick, if this is your first time to the channel, my name is Preston Gale. I'm a local realtor here in the Dallas area, born and raised, and I've helped over 100 people relocate through this channel here in the last couple of years alone. And if you're thinking about moving here today or tomorrow or a year from now, please don't be shy. I would love the opportunity to work with you. So give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. I'd love to help you make a smooth move to Dallas. Now let's continue this tour. So we're back here in the main dining and living area, kitchen. Now you can see the view from the back side of the house. You can see all the way to the front, kind of see how long this home is with all the elevated ceiling height, beams all the way across. We've got the more modern looking fireplace. I'm sure there's some more options that you could choose from. You got the floor to ceiling tile with the additional lighting up there, which is really cool. Love the sconce lighting next to the TV. And then check out this master retreat. So this is a huge bedroom. And yes, that is a fireplace in the middle of the bedroom. So you got this beautiful fireplace right here. Little countertop right here. So all this room for additional seating. Notice you've got windows everywhere in here. So it'd be a perfect room for those blackout shades, electric shades. There's your exit into the backyard space. But this is a massive bedroom. So turn all the way back around. Notice you've got the vaulted ceiling with the beams up top. So if you like large master bedrooms, which I know a lot of you do, primary bedrooms, whatever you want to call it, this is about as big as they get. So this home, they did add the 5 bedrooms, 5 baths. So they added additional bedroom, bathroom. So it's sitting around the 4,100 square foot mark. So this is not a small home by any means, but I love the fireplace. You can see little seating area, perfect place to have your coffee in the morning. Now we'll enter into this beautiful bathroom space. So nice wide open bathroom. You've got the standalone modern tub, little bench seating area right there. Frameless floor to ceiling glass shower with not 1, not 2, but 3 shower heads in there. This is a really cool setup. Usually they break it off right here, but they've actually closed this entire thing in. Looks like you can close that up. So if you want to make it like a steam shower, you can do so. So it's completely enclosed. And then you've got the 2 separated floating vanities with the underlighting. And then I love the lighting that's hanging from the ceiling as well. And this is going to be closet number 1. So there's a his and hers closet. Pretty good size. This is where it really gets exciting. And that is her closet. So this is a very fancy closet for something that's not a one-off custom. Got the 2 windows up top. Of course, you got the mirrors. Probably doesn't come with the mirror, but we can probably get you one. Finally can wear pants. We're here in Texas. It's in the fall. We're in the 60s. Loving that. And you've got the LED lighting everywhere. Another mirror right here. Tons of room for shoes, hanging everything. And then this is a cool feature. So this enters directly into your laundry space. So this is where you come in from your garage, which is right now the sales rep's office. You've got a little dog wash station right here. With a little lab puppy. It looks like my dog at home. So if you love your pets a little more than maybe you should, you can get them a sweet little dog wash area right there. So this is going to be your mud bench area. And then I'm assuming this is where your washer and dryer would go with additional room for some shelving. So you enter in through the garage space. You're going to have your master closet, your laundry room, and then you're going to enter into the main living space of this house. But I still think this is such a cool setup right here with that chef's kitchen right there. So nice. I would love to do that because I love to cook, but I hate to clean. And it would be nice to not have to keep your main kitchen area perfect at all times. You know, you can get all your preparing and everything in that one little room right there. So now we're on the upstairs floor. Of course, we went up those winding staircase right there. And you can see throughout this entire house from this location. So this is going to be your game room area. Notice they've got the vaulted ceiling, even on the second floor, which is a really unique thing. Most of the 2-story homes you're going to see are just going to have the 9-foot ceilings, probably about 80% of them. And then look how awesome this little entire glass wall, even on the second floor. But once again, you can close these in. This is just kind of showing you the options that you have with a home like this. But this is a pretty good sized room. You've got seating on both ends and a full size pool table right here. Really cool home for entertaining. I don't think anybody's going to complain about this setup here. This is an awesome house. So you got a little bridge area right here looking into the main living area of the house. And then this is like another kind of big flex room area. So Lots of possibilities, lots of square footage in this home and things you could do with it. You even got a little bar section over here. Really cool. Even a little sink. Basically a little wet bar on the second floor if you choose to do something like that. And then we're gonna have a couple more bedrooms. This is the first bathroom upstairs. Notice I even got the wood up on the ceiling. So every little detail of this home is pretty nice. Notice, things like that are definitely going to be upgrades. We can cover all those things on a call, what the upgrades would be, what we'd be looking at, so we can get a little more realistic pricing. And then you're going to have access directly to the bathroom from this bedroom. But a really cool feature in this bedroom, you got your walk-in closet right here. And then these big windows with your own little walkway right here. So how about that for a little escape area? So not technically a balcony. Maybe you could bump that out if you wanted to, because the door does open. Not much of a balcony, like I said, but you really wouldn't want your kids going out there anyways, because this is probably going to be the kids' bedroom. But a nice big bedroom, really cool little bump out, direct access to the bathroom. And then check out the ceiling height in the second floor of this home. It's unbelievable. I want to say those are at least 12-foot ceilings on the second floor. I don't think I've ever seen ceiling height this tall on a second floor ever in any price point. It's a nice little walk-in. Windows throughout, big tall windows. Really cool little wallpaper. Not a bad bedroom. Puck lighting up top. And this one's gonna be an ensuite. It's got its own bathroom, tub and shower, floor to ceiling tile. So, two really great options for bedrooms. But we've got another one. This is not a small house. So this, if you're wondering what this is be attic access, so easily obtainable. I'm not really sure why the handle's right there, but it is. And then this is another ensuite. So now we're more realistic height. Looks like about 10-foot ceilings, which is still really nice. Smallest bedroom. So if you have two girls and a boy, the boy's gonna be in here. That's just the way it is, guys. That's just the hand that we are held or given. And your standard closet right here. And your full-size bathroom with that floating vanity, LED lighting underneath once again, with your tub and your shower full enclosed with tile. And if you wanted to make one of these with just tile, it's definitely something easily obtainable and you can do. So this is, like I said earlier, it's a full custom or semi-custom homes. There's going to be a lot of options you can do with this builder that you couldn't do with others, because like you've seen lots of model homes, you've seen lots of builds, but they deck these things out, and everything you see in here you can do, but of course that's going to be extra. So let's go ahead and get into pricing. All right, so let's get into what you really want to know out here in Providence Cove, brand new gorgeous neighborhood here in McKinney, Texas. So basically, if you want to build this particular model home right here, we're sitting around 4,100 square feet, but it does start at a 4-bed, 4-bath at around 3,900 square feet. You're gonna be looking at a price point at $940,900 for the starting price. And of course, you can add additional bedrooms, bathrooms, cover walls, make glass walls, like we saw here in this video. There's a lot you can do if you decide to build. So you can definitely get well over that $1 million mark, depending on what you do with this home. So if you wanna build one of their smaller floor plans, we're looking around, just under 2,000 square feet. You're going to be looking at the upper 600,000s, about 687,900. And if you basically you can build up to 5,000 square feet out here in this community. So anywhere from about 2,000 to 5,000 square feet. So a lot of different price points, variations, high sixes up into well into the $1 million range, depending on what you're looking for. And then incentives we have going on right now, you're gonna be looking at a first year rate of about 4.375. Of course, incentives and things like that change all the time. So I'm always getting updated on the new incentives, so I can definitely get those to you as fast as possible. And if you reach out to me, I'm always going to try to get you the best deal possible. I'm here to save you money, time, energy, all that. I can walk you through the process. Most people that reach out to me are out of state or out of the country. I take care of a lot of those walkthroughs for them, do video tours, drone footage, everything they need to know about the house. I know what to look for. So lots of great incentives. And as far as spec homes right now, there's not a lot available, but there will be quite a few coming very soon. So the spec home they have right now is going to be around the 3,500 square foot mark. It's sitting around $1 million, but we can always negotiate lower on those spec homes. So great community, lots going on, a spectacular location because everything that's being built in McKinney is well north of Highway 380 and we are well south. So if you're somebody who's working, in Plano, Frisco, all those other locations, this is just a beautiful location. It's easy to get everywhere. The topography is actually really nice. It's not all flat like you see everywhere else in Texas or at least in the Dallas area. So a lot going for it. So if you have any thoughts of moving here today or tomorrow or a year from now, please don't be shy. Give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. I'd love to help you and your family make a smooth move to Dallas. And I hope to see you around town. And make sure to check out this next video.